Zach, is there anything about the defense that just didn't click? It seemed like this was kind of your guys' worst game of the season.
I think it's just little things. We started off with some momentum, weren't able to play complementary football across the board. It's technique, as much as anything else. We had got guys that were, looked like there was busts running wide open. It was, man, you got to turn the right way. You got to stay in your gap. You have to do the little things it takes to win. And a couple of those moments, gave up explosive plays, and that's ultimately what led to the loss.
Eli's been so good this year, had a couple of touchdowns to go against him. What do you say to him as kind of heads into bowl practice?
Just continue to get better. We can always improve, and obviously he's been a great player for us, and he's going to continue to be. He's going to be a cornerstone of this defense moving forward, and he's just got to continue to do what he's doing, and he'll just be an awesome player moving forward for us.
Zach, how do you feel about your first season here, and how do you see yourself growing?
Yeah, obviously for me, it's learning a lot. Everybody says, well, you come in and, well, it's still new language, it's new terminology. Our guys are learning a new system and a lot of things that they do, and that part will carry over for next year. So excited for that. Obviously, just the opportunity to be in a place like Oklahoma is just amazing. You see the support, you see the people that love it. It's easy to see why, man, they've been successful here for a long time, and the passion the fans have is just impressive. So been a real joy, and to be back with Coach V and part of this team and this culture. So excited about the future and excited about what's to come.
Zach, defense made such great improvement, especially in the last 4 or 5 games. I don't know how you look at this thing, but when you put it all together, how much did your defense improve over the last half of the season?
Yeah, I think we got a lot better, actually. Just you see the consistency of play, and guys having to step up and make big-time plays in moments. I thought that we improved our physicality, our tackling, how we attack people, and tonight was a microcosm of they made some competitive plays in the edges, and we just got to be better at finishing some of those explosive runs and explosive passes.
Earlier in the week, Brent was talking really highly of the kid. What do you see as the next step for Kip this season?
Yeah, Kip's going to have to step up even more into a leadership role, be a guy that's a vocal guy for us that's ready to play, just like Danny has been. And since he's got one of the most experienced guys on the team now as far as the linebacking core going out there, the expectations are high. He comes back and he leads the group, and he continues to create that tradition of linebacker we're trying to have here.
Zach, what do you see in terms of the transfer portal? Brent mentioned some craziness can happen. What do you see on this team, transfer portal, both in and out?
I have no idea. I wish I did. Let me know if you find out. But yeah, it's going to be madness as it always is, year in and year out. We'll know a whole lot more in about a week.
How do you prepare for that as a coach, though?
You go with what you think and if something changes, you adapt in the moment.
Do you feel like there's a specific game you guys feel like you need the most to invest in the portal?
We discussed a few different positions, and obviously we're open to anyone that's a game changer at any spot at any time. So we'll see who's in and what we can get out of it, what the team needs, and kind of move on from there.
How do you deal with players that may be toying with NFL too? What discussions do you guys have as a coaching staff with some of those players?
We're honest with them, about how we feel about them, how we think they'll do in the NFL, and whether we think it's a good idea for them to come back or not. It's hard for people to believe. Sometimes I'm like, hey man, you're first rounder, you should go. That's the truth, and that happens both ways. So obviously a guy who's an NFL level player that wants to come back, we'd love to have him.
What about players that may be deciding playing a bowl game, not playing a bowl game?
I think that's the personal decision for each one, and they've got to figure that out for themselves. And as they are thinking through that, obviously I'd love for them to play. But I understand the reality of the situation nowadays in college football.
Brent's been dealing with a lot with the offensive coordinator job. You've known Brent for a lot of years. How much have you seen Brent deal with this situation, with balancing coaching on the field and dealing with what he's dealing with on the offensive side of the ball?
I think he's done a great job. I'm not very informed of the whole thing. He's been doing it on his own, and, as he should, and I'm sure he'll make a great hire. And just excited to see who that'll be.
If you do get opt-outs, what kind of opportunity is that for some of those younger guys to get to fill in for that whole bowl practice and for extra game kind of stuff like that to continue their growth head into next year?
Yeah, I think it's a great opportunity for young guys to get reps and we'll structure practice in a way where even guys who maybe were scout team guys or freshmen, they'll have an opportunity to get some reps in practice and get ready and hopefully play in a game. And it's just a great 2 or 3 weeks to develop the team and get them ready for spring ball.
Danny was under his finals. I know a lot of voters might overlook a guy that's on a 6-6 team. What's your message to make the case for Danny as the best linebacker?
Well, if you want the best linebacker in the country, it's Danny Stutzman. And no matter what the record may show or how we've performed as a team this year, he has been unbelievable. He's been elite. He's been everything you want at that spot: the leadership, the consistency, the production, all of it. I mean, he's everything that epitomizes what that award's about. And I would just say to voters that he's the best guy in the country, and if that's who you want, just pick him.
Going back to bowl prep, have you seen younger players really make a name for themselves, use that bowl prep for not only the bowl game, but for the next year? Young players use those bowl practices to their advantage.
Absolutely. I think there's a lot of opportunity, more now than ever. And guys are excited, to get a chance to get in there and play and get a trip, get a paid-for vacation, go down there and put a little work in while we're there too. Hopefully win a game, but I think that's the mindset of our guys, is just to see them improve, and I think they'll do that. So I fully expect that we'll get better as we go along.